Hello, and welcome to this session of Kick It Up a Notch, the series from the Moody College Center for Advancing Teaching Excellence, or CATE, that aims to take your class to the next level. My name is Ivy Ash, and I'm a graduate assistant with the center. In this session, I'll be showing you some ways to kick your course up a notch using Zoom whiteboards. The whiteboard gives instructors a chance to incorporate active learning into Zoom lectures. It's also a helpful way to foster social interaction and to get direct feedback from students. For example, this is a whiteboard I created during my class on science journalism. Once I open the whiteboard and put a prompt in, students can start to write in it and to respond to questions in a way that allows them to think through their answers before they post and allows them to build off other people's ideas. Here's another whiteboard. We had just started talking about doing interviews, and I wanted to know what potential sources of stress might be so that I could address them in future classes. In this case, the whiteboard not only shows me what I still need to build into class, it shows the students that other people are also worried about things, and they aren't alone. So we can work together as a class to figure out solutions. And this is a whiteboard, a very decorated one, from a training session with undergraduate learning assistants who serve as near-peer mentors in classrooms. And this is another community building idea. We built this whiteboard as a team to share hopes for the semester, and we sent it out to everyone after our session was over. And this is an example of getting a bit more creative with the whiteboard. So you can use stamps and arrows and stars to highlight other people's points. You can create drawings. We've also played Zoom Pictionary using whiteboards if that's an activity you think might work in your classroom. And if you're interested in more options for what to include in these kind of collaborative documents, like photos or sticky notes, you can also use Google's Jamboards. We have another Kick It Up a Notch video about that tool that you can check out. So, how do you go about actually building a whiteboard? So when I'm in Zoom, when you go down to share screen, the whiteboard option is right next to the main window. So I'm going to share that, and I have a whiteboard here with a prompt that I already put in. One thing that is important to note when you get the whiteboard feature set up is whether or not you actually want people to be able to see who's typing. So if you're more interested in these, in a sharing exercise about things that might be stressing you out or these hopes for the semester and you want to give people some anonymity, you can hide the names of the annotators. And so that just lets people type without seeing their names appear. The default is to show people's names while they're typing, and there's also value to that too when you're creating a collaborative document. So it's really up to you what you feel is most appropriate for your particular class and your particular whiteboard. But again, this feature is here in the More on the little Zoom panel down here. You can also set how you want your whiteboard to be saved. So right now the default is as a PNG file, but you can also save it as a PDF. Again, that's up to you which you prefer. So when I'm in the whiteboard, you have these options for adding text, for drawing, using the stamps. You can also erase stuff, and you can change your color and things like that down here. So you have a good amount of flexibility in terms of types of tools you're going to use. But just to show the drawing feature very quickly, this will be my bad text drawing, but just to answer this coffee question, you can have students do little drawings like that if you are in a more visually oriented class. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about whiteboards and encourage you to check out the rest of our Kick It Up a Notch series on the Moody CATE website under Initiatives. You can also schedule a one-on-one consultation with us at moodykate@austin.utexas.edu. Thanks so much for watching.